I was born in a small town called Denton, Texas, and I grew up in Aubrey. My parents were country folk. My mom was a little bit of a city slicker, I guess. Um, my dad was the loving, protective, hardworking. My mom was a little bit more ornery, hard headed, and not so healthy. They were both drug addicts. And so I grew up in that environment, very rough upbringing, very abusive upbringing. And I thought for a long time that it had become my inherited right to be damaged, to not be loved, to be abused. And so therefore I did it to myself. I put myself in unsafe situations. Um, I was brutally raped when I was 15 years old. And not long after that is when my drug use started. Of course, it started with methamphetamines, and that's where I stayed in that addiction for 27 years. From being a meth cook to a dealer, um, from North Texas to Oklahoma to Arkansas. You could have never told me that I had a problem with drugs, though. And as long as I faked it, then who else would know? Because as long as it doesn't come out of my mouth, then there's nothing wrong. Um, well, that all changed about 2 years ago. That's 3 years ago. My husband left my children and I on the street, and I was on the street with them for a little bit of time. And we went to homeless shelters and met some people that kind of helped us get situated, and then pandemic happened, and so everything around me come crashing and burning, and so therefore so did I. I wasn't strong enough and didn't know how to live different. And then I met my best friend that walked with me and helped to tell me, I'm here to help you, and I want to show you God's love, and life can be different. And of course, I just thought he was full of it. I was too busy using my drugs and being on the street. And, he would tell me, get yourself together. And of course, I couldn't. I didn't want to. I didn't know how. I was very hopeless, very dark, no joy. I had no desire to do or live any different way. And then, so I lost my children. I was unsaved. CPS deemed me unsaved. And my addiction spiraled out of control. I would use as many drugs as often through the day as I could to not feel any pain or any hurt from losing my kids after I had begged God for them. I was afraid that I had become that abusive parent that I grew up with. I'm sorry. He told me about coming to Midland for the recovery community here. He's refused to have anything further to do with me until I could get myself straight, because I was dangerous. I was very angry, hate-driven, and would tear everything down around me. So I came to Midland on a Greyhound bus and was dropped off in Odessa at the bus stop and walked 7.5 hours here. I actually passed Thriving United on Big Spring and made it to the Family Dollar, and there was a girl that was working there that said, go to Thriving United. They should help you. Are you sober? And of course I was sober, but I wasn't healthy. There was nothing about me that was healthy. And I walked in that building and I met Squirrel and Duncan and Nicole and Jen Bolin. And they told me, drop yourself in the middle of the herd and we will love you until you can love yourself. At that time, I had no clue what that meant. I had no clue what it meant to be loved. I didn't even know how to accept it. And I'm about 16 months sober now. And because of the tools that Thriving United and the people that were there that loved me when I didn't know how, I know what joy is today. I know what it feels like to love someone, to wake up in the morning and be clean and sober, and my heart's not heavy. I don't have any negative intentions for my day. I have my kids back in my life. One of them actually lives with me at Angel Haven, and we have a safe and a happy home there to live in. I put a lot of it on Thriving United, but I know it's because God put me there. God put my best friend in my life that led to the complete loss of everything. directed me to Midland, Texas to be exactly where I need to be today, and I am of service. I am giving what was freely given to me. I have a passion within me that's burning, um, and it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable because I'm alive today, and I am full of joy and love, and I want to give that back. And Thriving United is that vehicle. It is that place of love and acceptance, and they mean it. We mean it. We mean we're going to love you when we tell you that.